Okay, what is compound interest? Compound interest is interest, or another word is the future value of a sum after being changed at a rate and within a certain period of time, or the addition of interest to the principal sum of a loan or deposit. We can see the formula is FV equal to PV 1 plus Rn. FV for future value, PV is present value, R is the normal interest rate per period, and N the compounding frequency. This is a difference between compound interest and simple interest. Compound interest is interest on interest, but simple interest is the interest amount is fixed. Compound interest use the formula FB equal to PV 1 plus R the power of N, but the simple interest use I P equal to P RT. The compound interest formula, we can find the deposit or saving, inflation, repayment of term loan, and effective interest rate. Our objective is to study the formula of compound interest, to compare between saving and current account, and to know about the interest rate of compound interest. So, what is the problem statement? Nowadays, it is very necessary to plan our expenditure wisely. However, what are the methods of savings for our money? It is by savings our money in a bank with the most profitable amount of deposit. So, here we will discuss it and solve the user problem with the method of current saving of nowadays banking.
Okay, I talk about method of calculation. Method of calculation. First, saving account. First, assume you deposit 10,000 at the bank. You earn interest annually and the account pays 7%. How much will you have after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and 40 years? Second, assume you deposit 50,000 at the bank. You earn interest annually and the account pays 7%. How much will you have after 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and 40 years? Problem statement 1. After 10 years, you will get 90,670. After 20 years, you will get 38,700. After 30 years, you will get 76,120. And for 40 years, you will get 149,740. Problem statement 2. You deposit 50,000. After 10 years, you will get 98,350. And for 20 years, you will get 193,500. And after 30 years, you will get 380,600. And for 40 years, you will get 748,700. For the current account, third, assume you deposit 10,000 at the bank. You earn interest annually and the account pays 7%. How much will you have after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years? Fourth, assume you deposit 50,000 at the bank. You earn interest annually at the account pays 7%. How much will you have after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years? For problem statement 3, you deposit 10,000. After 1 year, you will get 10,700. And after 2 years, you will get 11,450. After 3 years, you will get 12,250. And for 4 years, 30,110. And for Problem statement 4. After 1 year, you will get 53,500. After 2 years, you will get 57,250. After 3 years, you will get 61,250. And after 4 years, you will get 65,550.
Next, I will tell about comparison compound interest between current account and saving account. First, we need to know is what is actually the compound interest. Compound interest is interest calculated on the initial principal and also on the accumulated interest of previous period of a deposit. Next, we compare the current account and saving account in aspect compound interest. First, current account is a short-term account, while saving account is a long-term account. Short-term account mean the gap are only 1 or 2 years, but saving account are taking more years, like 10 or more years. From this graph, we can see the increasing pattern are not clear in current account, but in saving account, the increasing pattern are clearly can be seen, because saving account are taking more time to saving money.
Assalamualaikum. Okay, we will then talk about expenses. Okay, expenses. Okay, nowadays it is very necessary to plan our expenditure wisely. However, what are the methods of saving for our money? It is by saving our money in a bank with the most profitable amount of deposit. So here we will discuss it and solve the user problem with the method of current saving of nowadays banking. Okay, here are the comparison between 3 different banks. Okay, from the line chart of the graph, there is the difference between the amount of 3 different people who save in 3 different banks over 4 period between 2017 until 2020. Okay, overall it can be seen that over the period there is a fluctuant trend in the amount of savings of the 3 people. Another interesting point is that the amount of saving who save in Bank Rakyat is the most popular at the end. Looking at the detail, the total amount of saving at M-Bank started at 1,000 in 2017, and then it end up to 1,170 at 2020. Okay, then we see at Bank Islam it also started at 1,000 in 2017 and then increased remarkably to reach the highest point at 1,103.90 cents at 2020. And then lastly, we can see at the Bank Rakyat, it started at 1,000, then increased very significantly until it reached 1,115 ringgit in 2020. In conclusion, all of the total amount of the 3 different bank increase, the highest total amount of increase in saving was at Bank Rakyat.
This shows the flow of compound interest between investor and bank. Investor deposit, bank, investor get the return back. So the conclusion is, we can know how the compound interest can give us lot of benefits according to their rate, and we can understand how the process of the compound rate can increase our sales. We also can standardize our unit measurement by using same calculation method and formula that we use. We can compare and aggregate every bank's interest rate, in which can make us know which bank is the most beneficial for us. We had get to know about all banks' interest rate, either it can give big profit or least profit to us. We will recommend to make analysis about the nominal interest rate per period because it is the rate of interest an investor saver of leader receives or expect to receive after following for inflation. It can be described more formally by the Fisher equation, which states the real interest is approximately the nominal interest rate minus the inflation rate. Islamization. Compound interest is seen as a riba in the eyes of Islam, who have forbidden it, stated in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 275, and give a meaning. Nowadays, the bankers to attract them by organizing useless interest without riba. So, interest banks has provide comfort to Muslim to invest without hesitation.